feel like I might regret this. So I know this channel's just starting out, but I figured I'd give you at least the meat of the situation. And I'm sure there's a few of you that watch that really don't care. I love these. They're so plush. But you know what? If you don't like my content, you can kiss my bun. I'm hilarious to me. Honestly though, I shouldn't let this intro drag on. Why? Okay, let's go. Hello, my name's Rebecca. So here I am, kind of just here to almost reintroduce myself. I figured I'd probably use this video to kind of just throw out my initial ideas, not only what this channel is planning to do, what I kind of want to do, and kind of just kind of see how that goes. So this may be a bit of a vlog type, and I'm kind of just sitting here in my dragon onesie, as I do. It's very spoopy and I like it. It's also very cold in my room, so it's comfy. I wanted to go ahead and kind of just talk, kind of let you know a few things before anyone starts asking questions, although I deeply encourage any questions so I can read them off in a future video. So who am I? Well, other than my name, I am, of this video, a 24-year-old woman. Basically what I do other than making these videos is I am a, what I call craftswoman. I make things. I have got into a couple different crafts over the past 6 to 8 years, basically, since I've started sewing. So I've done sewing, crocheting, I've done chainmail work, or scale mail work, I guess technically. I've made a couple costumes. I've done cosplaying for years, really. In the past 6 years, I've been going into the furry industry, which is essentially just, I've been working on suits for myself. Some of these I actually want to try to turn into a bit of a story time, kind of the origins of my characters and stuff, so I won't go into details on how they came to be yet. I started making suits and I saw the potential of making props, much like the ones that I showed at the intro, but I saw the potential of making props with some sewing skill. Speaking of the things that I make, that's a lot of the reason why I wanted to make a channel in the first place. I really wanted to make a channel to not only show off some of the things that I do. It's really nice to kind of look back and see kind of the progress of things, starting from maybe when I made my first fursuit to now, as well as, or to the future, whenever that happens to be. If I go to conventions, I would love to start making videos of my experiences there and talking with people. I figured this would maybe be another form of media in which I can kind of open up a little bit and kind of get to know people, hopefully throughout the YouTube community, as well as through a couple of other social medias and such. I made some notes of things I wanted to maybe show off. Not necessarily show off like, oh, look at me and my skills. I wanted to show kind of the things that I make, as well as kind of show people how I make them in a way. I do have cosplays that I would like to do someday. Usually a lot of the reason why I may not do things is because I am not in a financially great place. I'm kind of just like living at home with my parents and it's fine. I love it. Hey mama. If I could, or maybe eventually later on in the future, if I can start getting some income from things, I may start showing off how I make my cosplays, little tips and tricks and stuff like that. Maybe some people might find it interesting or maybe even helpful. So I figured that might be something fun. Now, speaking on some of my cosplays and such, or rather costumes, I kind of tried to introduce a couple different characters in my intro, as well as kind of talking about how I want to incorporate some characters. I wouldn't mind doing something like a questionnaire with them. I think that'd be really fun. So that could be something. I wanted to try to incorporate my characters to not only give me an excuse to dress up and act as these characters, which is amazing, but I figured it would kind of at least separate a few things. It's an idea right now. I'd love to actually be able to do it. I just don't know really what I'm doing yet. The plan is there. I have a couple ideas here and there for that. Originally, and this kind of comes to the idea of like, what was I really planning to do with the channel? But I want to continue making tutorials on how I do crafting. I want to answer questions. I have a small list of things that I want to kind of go through. A bit of it is just while I'm making my upgraded suits, I want to show off the process of me making them, as well as kind of just like the time lapse of it all together up until the main point. So I have plans to redo my bunny, as well as I'm currently working on redoing my dragon. I do want to show off all of my projects, either in this next video or the one afterwards. This way, if people would like to see the progress videos, if they happen to take longer than a couple minutes. So I'd love to do that as well. I have programs on my computer. There was the initial thought when I had planned on making this channel that I wanted to do gaming. I have a couple of single player things as well. If I could get some of my friends to play games with me, I think that would be amazing. There's the idea of maybe doing some gaming on the channel. I'm not quite sure if I want to do it, but it's an idea. The software I have will actually let me record my screen, so I was thinking of doing some of my digital art and kind of showing that off. I can show off the program that I use, as well as just maybe some of the ways, showing off the way that I draw, or maybe some tips from that, or doing things like maybe badges or reference sheets when I'm working on my furry things. There's a lot in that department. There's a lot we can touch on. I can try to take challenges, try to draw this without taking immediate requests. And kind of just like even trying out new things. Honestly, a lot of this channel is just me experimenting with a couple things and having whoever's watching along the way. Be it my family members which follow me, or just maybe a random stranger that wants to follow and see what I do. Maybe you'll enjoy my content, maybe you won't. The long-term goal of this is I would love to get to a point that I can maybe sell merchandise, or I can at least get a part of my business going in my selling costumes or selling my props, or maybe having a challenge that I really like and then I can start incorporating that. Or maybe whatever I happen to make on this channel, I can start selling. I can do like a raffle kind of thing, or just straight up sell it. You never know. So it'd be fun to get to a position that I can start doing that. Obviously, it won't be for a while since this video is coming out with all of 15 subscribers. Woo! And I just think it'd be really interesting to kind of see what all I can do and how much of it I can end up sharing with you. In terms of a couple more things that I want to do, I want to bring up social media because I want to reach out in as many ways as possible so I can get ideas from people, as well as I can communicate and see kind of what works for certain things. So I have a Twitter set up and you can tag it at BoltzBindarian. If you want to see some of my costumes in action early on, I have a TikTok, which is Becky_Bunny240.
But there's no sense crying over every mistake.
What a miserable creature, torturing such a poor innocent youth.
Rabbit, 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 rabbit.
Hey there, buddy chum, pal friend, buddy pal chum.
Don't you worry, child.
I show off some of my characters, and as long as the app is still up, I'll still be making those videos as well. So that's just some fun with audio and such. I don't do much original content on there, so that's just for fun. As well, I have plans to set up a Discord for not only when I'm doing gaming, but also for throwing out ideas and talking with more of a group about things. So I want to get to work on that eventually. So there is a plan for a Patreon eventually in the future. As well, I was beginning to work on a website quite a long time ago. So I may try to get that up and running again. This way, if we start selling merch or my crafts or anything like that, you can get it directly from me. Something I want to start setting up with the channel is I would love to actually start making videos 2 times a week. I haven't quite picked out the day yet, but I'd imagine probably Mondays and then maybe Thursday or Friday, something like that. This way you'll get one Bindarium Bolts video as well as one Bee Blast video. So it can start getting into a system. And if I start doing this, I would love to set up that at the end of my long talking vlogs here, for those who happen to stick around, I want to show off what is next. So for what I have next, or rather what will be the next video, is something that's actually going to improve on those fabric masks that I have. So if you're interested in looking at that, go ahead and just wait for it to come out. Once this comes out, it'll probably be next Monday. But otherwise, thank you so much for sticking around for my rambling. If you happen to have any questions you'd like me to answer, maybe in a future video, feel free to drop it down in the comments. As well, any and all support for the video is deeply appreciated, so go ahead and like the video as well as subscribe if you haven't already. But anyway, that's pretty much it for me. So I'd like to thank you very much for watching. This is Rebecca signing out, and I'll see you soon.